No. In my opinion, the answer to that is no. What is the best idea, in my opinion, is to have a plan and to really see what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And it's always got to be the right tool for the job. And there are all different kinds of both gold and silver coins that would do different things, whether it's barterable, which is what I use silver for, or it's for growth or legacy or asset protection if I have a chronic illness, or, so it really depends on the function of the coin. Just get your position built according to your strategy and what you're really trying to accomplish. Because the danger that I see you running into that swapping piece is the availability. I mean, we don't have as many things available today as we did 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a great idea.
But
not
that
sure
could
whether
still
or not
loosen up.
it could.
That could loosen up, but I think it could. I mean, we don't know for sure, right? I don't know for sure, but it could loosen up, return to normal supply levels.
But it might not.
Especially if things really heat up, we start to see inflation really run rampant, then, demand is going to continue to be very strong. But I think that what you said in the beginning of your response there is the most important, which is figure out what you're trying to accomplish and then get the appropriate tool for the job.
Right.
And then you don't have to think about it. You can just you've got your strategy in place, you're set, you can relax, you can invest in other things. You can buy cryptos and stocks and bonds and all the things that Lynette doesn't buy. If you want to, you can speculate on those things because you have your gold and silver insurance policy in place.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
Rather than, you won't really hear us talk about doing gold and silver as a trade or like speculating on it to make money. We think of it here as reset protection. It's an insurance policy, again, for your wealth. And yes, can you benefit from that as time goes on and gold and silver goes up and other assets come down and then you can swap into those other assets? But as far as like waiting for the gold to silver ratio to do anything, I mean, there's a lot of people who think that, the gold to silver ratio is going to return to that 16-1. But I mean, the last time it was there was what, 1916 or something like that? It was 100 years ago.
No, I think like 1981 it got pretty close to it.
Oh, it got close?
Yeah, it got close.
I'll have to look.
I think so. I mean, I'm kind of looking at the chart in my head, so I could be
1981,
off.
gold was 850.
But there were times
that would have meant that silver would have been.
I need to. You know what, Edgar? Let's put up a.
I have a whole thing. I already have a whole thing. I think that I created, that you and I created about the gold to silver ratio because we were trying to look at it and see when was the last time it was even close. And I think the lowest it got. Now it was a couple years, but I think it got down to like 30. 30 to 1.
I don't know because I just did that piece not that long ago, and so I think it was, but there are enough gold silver ratio charts out there that it's not really that big a deal to pull it up.
Yeah.
So in fact,
you could probably do a Google search on historical gold to silver ratio and get some charts as to what it really looked like.
Right. I mean, it could go back there, but does it? I look at it more for functionality. And, and like you said, I don't look at it as a trade. For me, it's not a trade.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, how long has it been since it was 16-1? We'd have to go look, but I mean,
even if it
was 1981, I don't think it was. But that's still
whatever
40 years ago.
Yeah, well.
And the last time I think it was actually 16-1 was when gold was pegged at $20 an ounce, and it backed the dollar. Since it's not been tied to the dollar, I don't think it's ever been 16-1.
I don't know, but I mean, I'm trying to see the chart in my head. I don't know. We can pull it up. We struggle with
that. That's how irrelevant the gold to silver ratio is to you and I.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That shows you how much I really care about the gold-silver ratio.
We're going to get a ton of comments, though. They're going to be like, oh, the gold-to-silver ratio, it's going to go there, it's going to go there. People are adamant that it's going to happen.
Maybe it will, but so what? Is gold and silver a trade? No, it's not a trade.
Yeah.
And silver, I like silver. I have both. I own both. But I own them for different reasons. Well, again, it goes back to the fundamental value and understanding what that is, and essentially gold's fundamental value is based upon the amount of money that has been printed. So once everything gets reset, but that's how you know. You always look at the fundamental value, and I don't care if it's gold or it's real estate or it's stocks or it's bonds. You really do need to understand what the true value is, because at some point that's where it's going, period.
Yeah, and you've used charts too for like the 3 phases of a bull market.
Correct.
And
we have lots of those.
If you pull up the 3 phases of a bull market on Google and look at a chart, you'll see how any asset will perform during those 3 phases. And the overvalued phase is after that giant hockey stick upward pattern.
And the euphoria. Everybody wants gold.
Yep.
Everybody wants it, right? Just what are we seeing with stocks? What are we seeing with real estate, right? Everybody wants it. It's the best thing since sliced bread. It never goes down.
I think it was Rivian stock. It's like the 3rd most valuable car company on the planet, ahead of like Toyota and Volkswagen and
Ford.
And they've delivered like 100 cars.
Right. That makes a whole lot of sense to me.
It's crazy because no one wants to miss out. There's this euphoria, like
FOMO.
we have to get it. We got to get it. It's the next big thing.
Yeah. There are a lot. I'm going to update it because there are a lot of signs that I'm seeing that remind me of just before the crash. So it's probably time for me to update that.
All right, Edgar, what you got? What you got for us? Anything else?
No. So if you like this, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure that you share these videos, because today it's more important than it's ever been before for people to open their eyes and understand what's really happening.
Plus, you won't look crazy to your family. We will.